Hi Graham, you okay?
Hi Jeremy, good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, thanks. Can we just check first of all on Tariq Lamptey? Is he finally able to return, do you think, on Monday?
No, he won't be available on Monday. That'll be too soon for him, but he's making good progress. We're hopeful that he's joined the group over the weekend and back into training the following week.
What about some of the other injured players like Webster and Johan Bash, and how's Welbeck's fitness?
Yeah, Webster looking unlikely for the game. We're just still assessing the extent of the damage to his ligaments. So yeah, it looks quite likely that he'll miss the game. Danny's been training well, so he's the only thing he's lacking has been game time. But we're building that up with training. He had a good session today. Same with Ali. Ali just needed a bit more time coming back from his injury, but again he'll be available for the squad on Monday night.
Graham, how much are you looking forward to this game? If you beat Palace, you'll go above them in the table. I mean, the perception looks to be on recent form that your two clubs going in different directions. Is that fair?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just the nature of the league. Sometimes you have good moments, sometimes you don't with the results. We're looking forward to the game, of course, because it's a chance to play again at home. We've been on a good run in terms of performances and results, so we want to carry that on. Disappointed with the Aston Villa result, but happy with the performance. So we want to try and improve ourselves and keep moving forward.
Palace have been saying today, Roy Hodgson, that Wilf Zaha's looking unlikely to play. Is that going to help things?
Well, I think any team in the Premier League would miss a player of Wilf's quality. I think that's fair to say. But I also know that every Premier League team has got other players that can step up and fill the position if there's a player that is influential for them that is missing. So whatever team plays against us will be competitive, will be full of quality, will be well organised by Roy and his guys. So we're expecting a tough match.
How confident though are you feeling, Graham? Because you're unbeaten in 6, you've been playing some great football, there's been some great performances. You must be confident on Monday of beating Palace, aren't you?
Well, I think we're in a good moment, like I said, but in the Premier League you have to start again. I always say it doesn't matter that no team cares too much what you did last week or yesterday or 2 weeks ago. Crystal Palace will turn up and they'll want the 3 points themselves. They'll be committed, they'll be organised, they'll be Premier League players that are looking to win the game. So we have to be mindful of that. But yeah, clearly we're in a good place. The team feels in a good moment. The squad feels in a good moment. There's good togetherness, good spirit. But as always, we're respectful of the opposition, and we know we have to start again and fight for the points.
Yeah, some of the Palace fans are unhappy right now. There's been a banner outside their training ground this week. There's been talk about apathy at the club, and some have said that Roy's tactics have been just too negative. But do Palace fans have to be careful what they wish for? Because Roy Hodgson has been an excellent coach and someone you've admired for a long time. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not for me to speak on behalf of Crystal Palace fans. All I can say is Roy Hodgson is someone I respect a lot. The career that he's had is amazing. I think the job that he's done at Crystal Palace has been fantastic to secure them in the Premier League for so long. To do it year in, year out has been an amazing achievement. It wasn't so long back that they had back-to-back wins in the Premier League. I think so. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Results don't go so well. You have a few injuries. It's can go through those moments. But Roy's a man of extreme quality, huge respect as a person, as a football man, and I'm sure with the right support, he'll come through any bad patch that he has in his career.
Just finally, Graham, the game at the Amex last season, Palace won with a late goal. There were 30,000 fans there, though. I mean, how much does this fixture miss having the fans? And given what Richard Masters has been saying today about, fans maybe coming back towards the end of the season, are you confident that any fans can come back before the end of the season?
I wouldn't say I'm confident, Jeremy. I have no idea, to be honest. I think it all depends on how things progress with the virus that I'm not an expert on. Clearly, we all want the supporters back, and I think you're right that it is a completely different experience without the supporters. 30,000 people bring in the emotion, bring in the excitement, bring in the frustration and the passion compared to nobody in the stand. You know, it's night and day really. But we all know that, and that's something that we've been used to, and something we're just getting on with because we have to do that. But the sooner the supporters are back, the better, I think. But at the right time.
Thanks, Graham.
Cheers.
Hi Graham, hope you're well. I've only been to a couple of the last 6 games where you've been on this excellent run, and you seem to have found that consistency that can often be so elusive. I wondered how much you've been able to enjoy that and how much you're consumed by wanting different areas to improve at the same time.
Well, I think the consistency has been through the course of the season. I think in terms of how we've acted when we've won, how we've acted when we've lost, what our approach to everyday training has been, trying to improve, trying to analyse what we've done well, analyse what we haven't done well. Along the way, you face situations where you have to adapt to. For example, Tariq being missing, Solly March missing, or David Proper missing, or Adam Webster missing. So, the way you work with a group, I think, is really important because, I think to have that collective understanding of what you're trying to do makes it easier that when you have these sort of problems that you can find another solution. We live in a simple world, which is if you lose, you're bad, and if you win, you're good. So all of a sudden we're good, but we haven't done anything significantly different to what when we were bad. But I understand the world we're in, and it helps when you get results because everybody gets a little bit more belief and confidence, of course, and we're happy with that. But we know, like I said in the previous answer, we have to start again in the game. You don't get anything in this league for what you did a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago. You have to, go into every match with the humility that it's a Premier League game, and you have to fight for the points.
I know you've spoken many times about wanting to improve in every session, every game, every day. And I wonder, do you feel where you're at the moment could be a good platform to improve on even last season's record Premier League points total?
Well, I think the group at the moment is in the best place it's been since I've been here, on and off the pitch, in terms of the performances and in terms of how we act as a group together. I think it's the best. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily transfer into points. You have to fight for those every day in the games. So who knows what's going to happen? We just have to concentrate on the next one, which is Crystal Palace, which is a big game for lots of reasons. An important game for our supporters, but an important one for us in terms of trying to get 3 points to keep that points tally moving forward. I think that's been important for us. So we'll do our best. We'll try our hardest, and we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. One of your many standout players recently, I'm sure you've spoken about an awful lot, is Yves Bissouma. I wondered if I could test your memory and take you back to December 2019, because he hadn't started many games there, but you put him in against Palace because Dale Stephens was unavailable, and he's pretty much played forever since then. I wondered what struck you about that performance back then, but how he's developed ever since in the last sort of year, 15 months.
Yeah, I think when we came, he was actually injured. He had a problem with his shoulder, he had surgery. So he missed all of pre-season, he missed the start of the season. And if you remember back, we actually started the season quite well. I think it was Dale and Davey Proper were playing in midfield. That was quite, when you've gone through a pre-season and you've got that understanding, Yves had to be patient. And then, of course, when you've missed a lot of time, it takes a while to get up to speed to play in the Premier League. And I think, Yves was patient. He worked hard. He worked hard to build his fitness back up and all those things you need to do. And I think he's benefited from playing. His consistency has improved. I think everybody knows that his best actions are incredibly high. But it's about increasing his lowest levels, shall we say? So there's not such a big gap, and he's done really well with that. So his understanding of the game, I think, is improved. His decision making is improved, and I'm delighted with him because he's had to work hard. There's still a lot to do. which is also exciting because he's done very well for us. But I still think there's more to come from Yves.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Graham. Good luck.
Thank you.
Graham, I know you've got a couple of players out, but you've got some real competition on the bench now. You've got a very strong subs bench. That must give you real confidence, and it must be nice for that everyone's pushing to start.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I said. I think the group's probably in the best place that it's been in since I've been here. And I think that's down to a healthy competition. Because, of course, everybody wants to play. But I think the guys that are not playing are supportive of the ones that are and are ready to help the team. So that's really good. Really positive. There's a good atmosphere that has probably come from the fact that we've had to go through some tough times, which you expect in a Premier League season. But we've remained together and supportive of each other, and thankfully we've had a few good results, which gives everybody a bit of a lift, a bit of belief, a bit of confidence, and then you can grow as a result of that experience. So yeah, the group's good. We need to understand we have to start again against Crystal Palace.
And how much credit does the whole group deserve for all these clean sheets you're picking up at the moment? Not just the back four, six, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, I think in the Premier League you can't keep a clean sheet with 4 or 5 players. You have to. It's a team effort, and it's a team effort. It's a group effort because again we try and work so everybody's involved, so that everyone feels part of what we're doing. The understanding is there, so that if the substitutions have to happen or people are injured or whatever happens in terms of suspensions, these things, that you've got guys that can step in and things don't alter so much. Credit to the players. They've been through a tough, intense period in terms of games, big weeks in terms of travel, but have taken those challenges on really, really well. And I think they're in a place where they're enjoying the football, which is nice.
And I know there won't be any fans in the Amex for this one, Graham, but you and the players know what it means to the supporters, don't you?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, it's a shame that they're not here. I must admit, I really enjoyed the 2 games that we had with the crowds. The one at Sellers Park, 1-1, was a really, really good game. Really good atmosphere, and the same at the Amex, even though the result was disappointing for us. So we'd love to be 30,000 people in the ground. We'd love that atmosphere. We'd love that excitement, all those emotions that I spoke about, frustration and joy and all those things. It's a particular challenge, but as I said, we know why it is what it is. The quicker that they can get back, the better. But they have to, get back at the right time and the safe time.